Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to another student success call interview video. Today I've got Chris here, who was one of the earlier clients, and now he's just hit, I think, 7K in a month. So, Chris, tell everyone a little bit about, I guess, who you are and what you do.
As you said, my name is Chris. I go by Fringed on Twitter. I'm 17, and I just do editing for a living, and that's pretty much it, honestly.
Yeah, and how long have you been working with us?
I think it's about 7 or 8 months now. I started in last summer, so
Yeah, so quite a while, and it's been a long, fucking long journey, really. But
yeah.
but yeah, also some big progress. So let's give everyone a little bit of context. Like where were you before? I guess before you started working with us.
Yeah, so before, I was about at 600 to 1K a month, about that income. And I was just working on random videos, um, like pretty low, like low paying videos, like $300 per video. And honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just copying what I saw other people did, like on Twitter and, other YouTube videos. And so, yeah, that was the situation before I joined the program. And so I felt like I hit a plateau, and I didn't really know what to do to progress. I guess I was just like hoping for a big inbound or something. And so I decided to join Danny's community because of the results I saw from, others.
Yeah, I remember $300 days, um, and I guess since then, because it's been quite a while. Like what kind of results have you gotten since joining?
Yeah. So first of all, with editing, I feel like I've improved so much. I'm just way more confident with my editing decisions. My clients trust me a lot more, and I've like my latest previews on Twitter have been getting a lot of traction, and been noticed by a lot of big creators. Um, and then I've been able to, as you said before, get to 7K a month, and then 5K a month consistently. I've done it like 3 times now, I think. Um, and yeah, I've done multiple 1K videos. Um, honest and Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Also I bought a MacBook, which is nice. I can be the entrepreneur that travels everywhere, and I got in my family expensive gifts. Went on dinners, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty cool stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We love to hear that. We love to hear the the kind of freedom that it comes with. Um, so yeah, but I'd imagine it wasn't really too easy. I think we've definitely had a lot of growth recently. Because not too long ago you were at like 3K or 4K.
Hmm.
Until we made the effort to go straight to 7K. Um,
Yeah.
but
Um, wh-
yeah, I'm just kind of like I had my question and then I forgot it, and now I'm kind of building back up to it. But yeah, I just wanted to know like what for everyone at home, because it's again, like I mentioned, been quite a journey. What were like the main challenges you were kind of facing, before working with us, and more specifically, if you can, like any kind of challenges you feel like you kept facing over and over again.
mhm. Um, the challenges before, it was just like not knowing when the next video is gonna, or like when I'm gonna get the next video, how to find clients. I was doing a bit of outreach, but it wasn't, super successful. Um, I like the clients I had at the time were just fine, I guess. Um, and the struggle that was repeating, probably like I felt just my editing wasn't improving that much as compared to like the start when I started editing. And so I just didn't really know how to get to that next level of video editing, like you see the biggest editors on Twitter. And I just thought it was gonna be a long process where I was gonna freaking have to grind for 5 years just to get even close to that level.
Yeah, thankfully it's not been 5 years. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but dude, yeah, and also I remember your first 1K video, like that was a big jump. What do you feel like you had to go through in order to go from that point of like again $300 per video to 1,000?
Um, First of all, I had an identity and like mindset shift because before joining the program, I was treating editing more as if it was a hobby and a game, because I was 16 or 15 when I started, and so I was pretty immature about how I was going about it. And after I realized, okay, this is an actual business where people spend money so that they can make more money afterwards, and people are relying on me to feed, I guess, feed their families and make their income. And so that was a big thing. And obviously I can't not mention like confidence and skills, because I feel like I improved so much with after watching your courses, and because of that my confidence as well. And so for the first 1K video, I was like, I said 1K and held frame because I knew that was that's what was worth my time. I knew that I could charge that much because I just I was confident in my abilities.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's I can definitely agree. That's one big shift I think a lot of people have to go through is kind of realizing what editing is really about. I think there's so many editors who will spend way too much time on the wrong things. Like I'll see every now and then on Twitter someone will be like when I go to make a tweet and the first few things that kind of pop up are other editors, and they'll say oh, it's like, oh, why is nobody engaging in editing communities and stuff like that? But ultimately, it's because like people aren't really here to, or at least the serious ones aren't. They're not really here to kind of muck about. They
Yeah.
have that same mentality. They have that same realization of, okay, well, these are legitimate businesses I'm working with here. Like I've got some weights of responsibility to deliver on my end. And then those who don't kind of get that, well, then they don't get the results they want. So yeah,
Yeah.
I could
And
definitely
honestly,
agree with that.
like the thing about people like not like I definitely noticed a lot of people saying, oh, like the editing community is dead and everything. But honestly, if your work is good and you post it, people will engage. Like my latest like 2 or 3 previews kind of went viral because it was good. It's just everybody's posting the same freaking stuff, and because of that, obviously nobody wants to engage. Like I get tired of seeing the same freaking edits. People still haven't moved on from the Imangadzi era and everything. So, you know,
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done for a lot of people, but yeah, it's pretty bang on. I definitely could tell that you picked up on that those first few lessons of getting your inspiration from outside of your natural environment, and that would mean stop looking at people on Twitter because you're just gonna make the same stuff, and that was the result of it.
yeah,
You ended up making something completely different that got you a big client as well,
yeah,
for some pretty good money.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, definitely like changing the inspiration source, because before it was all like bookmarked Twitter edits that I saw. That's where mainly I went to look. But now, I watch a lot of more movies, um, and Pinterest is a big thing. You know, I probably shouldn't be saying this because it's so freaking goated, but Pinterest is the best. But also like it's gonna sound crazy a bit, but I've been taking inspo from like Italian literature because I had to study it. So like, for example, if you take Dante, he like changes the language based on the location he is, and you know that's sort of like you can do the same thing with editing, like changing the style based on the emotion and everything. So honestly, yeah.
No, it's good. It's good to look in places where most people would deem you crazy. That's kind of like what my life was like when I was kind of writing out all of my thoughts about editing. I thought, oh, this is very silly, but it's got to be true. And everyone kind of goes through that same thing at some point. Like, you know, Tamim had that realization and it hit him like a train. He was like, oh my fucking god, I can really just look at anything. I don't have to look at, you know, the stuff online. So yeah, now it's like you don't have to spend a lot of time. And there's also people who are like, who used to spend like hours on ideation, and now they just spend a couple seconds because it comes to them so naturally. But yeah, like what what are some other, because we've gone over the results pretty quickly, but I feel like there's some good bit of transformation or something that kind of gave you a big shift in realization, or you know what you might have to do when going through, you know, working together. Does anything kind of come to mind?
Yeah. So initially when I started, my skills improved a lot. I could tell my clients would, you know, glaze me a lot more on my edits, and wait, I forgot what I was about to say. I mean, my skills improved, but income not so much. But that was because I realized I just had to raise prices, and I guess I wasn't really confident. But that's when it all changed. When like I remember you, you said my way of scaling is retarded, and that's that's what made me jump from like 3 to 4K to 7K now. So honestly, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I mean, just going through your courses, you'll just know a lot more, and not only that, but you'll know how to learn more. And so obviously because of that, you'll have so much more confidence and conviction. And I feel like there's some sort of mutual respect from my clients at the moment, because they know that if I extend a deadline, it's because I really want to focus on the video and make it the best as possible. There's like my client recently, we finished a big video, and he was sending me comments of people liking the video and calling it absolute cinema. So yeah,
dude, that was crazy. That felt literally like it was yesterday when I was basically calling your method of scaling retarded, because it kind of was. I was like, I don't know what you're trying to achieve here, but it feels like you're like just cucking yourself on purpose, and then you're like, oh no, I'm not. I'm obviously trying to do everything I can, and I'm like, well, you're not doing it right, so let's go over this. But no, it's good because I feel like you've got like the full agency to kind of do whatever you want now, which is it's everything you really need. Just a set amount of money, a set amount of friends, and you know, sometimes yourself, and you've got everything. And you're like, say 18.
17, yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. But you're turning 18 soon, right?
In November, so.
Fuck, okay, that's so far away. I don't know why. I was like, he's 17, but I feel like enough time has passed where he would have turned 18. But dude, fucking big money at 17. You know, I can imagine there's plenty of 17-year-olds probably watching this who are like, wish could be me. but they could. There's just a lot of fucking change that goes into, into the process.
Yeah.
So I guess like based on the results and everything that you've kind of achieved so far, where do you see yourself in like the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, now that I've achieved most of my goals with editing, I might just settle down with my current clients and maybe start a YouTube channel. I really don't know. I'll have to like think about it a lot, but maybe just like get really close to one client and like try to go full time with him. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's pretty blessed. Everyone at some point kind of realizes one client, decent money is all you really need. You don't really need to go too crazy and do too much. And yeah, like I spoke to someone else. I forgot who it was, but someone's also getting like that, a similar kind of deal. So that's great. Now, I think we've kind of gone through like most of the questions. So I want to kind of leave you with this. If someone was like on the fence, I guess, about working with us and joining, or they feel like they wouldn't be able to do the work, or they feel like they would be a bit scared, perhaps of pricing because that's normal, or just anything that would kind of stop them from, I guess, working with us, or even just booking a call, as simple as if somebody was kind of on the fence, they didn't know what to think, what to do, what would you tell them?
Okay. Well, honestly, about the pricing, like people will call all courses a scam, but then they're the same people that spend 100K on university. So you'll have to like break the limiting belief of that. And then honestly, like it's 100% worth the investment, the money you're spending on Danny. So yeah, I would totally recommend it, but you have to first see if your situation is like, if you're like at the point where you sort of think you've hit a plateau and you don't know how to improve, then for sure. But if like you just started, I wouldn't exactly recommend it because you still have to catch up and learn a ton of basics. But yeah, as I said before, if you're at that situation, you're retarded if you don't honestly buy it. Like, honestly, no. I hope more people don't buy it because like this is like the stuff you have to learn if you want to become the next best editor. Like, if you don't, like I don't want to glaze too much, but this is like literally I usually don't glaze stuff this much, but honestly, if you were to be like reach this sort of level without the course, it would take you so freaking long. Like, I think I remember you, Danny, talking about how you were spending like a full year just writing down your thoughts, just to make the lessons, and that was after you learned a ton of stuff from all different arts, not just editing or films, so yeah.
Dude, I do remember you saying that exact thing like a few months ago. You were like, God, I hope no one buys it because that would make my life so much easier.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, that's not what I want to hear. But that's also kind of really cool to hear. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it did take me a long time, which is probably why I'm like really socially retarded and I keep stuttering because I just locked myself in a room and just started writing instead. But yeah,
okay, could I add one thing? Bro, like the visuals, the metamorphosis course is like, you don't understand how much you'll improve because, for example, I really hated outreaching. I sort of had like, I guess, trauma from outreaching, just fear of rejection. And so I decided, okay, well, I don't like outreaching, but I know because of the course, I'm so freaking goated at visuals. Let me just make a bunch of re-edits and like good ass previews. Let me post them. And because of that, I was able to get to 7K because all of the clients all of my new clients are all inbounds. Literally, like, as we were setting up the call, like I got an inbound for for a video for 1,300. So, and that was because of my previews. So, you know, if that doesn't convince you that the course works, I don't know what will.
That was literally me. That was like, that was my, oh fuck, I hate outreaching. Can someone just come to me instead? So then I just kind of hammered home the visuals aspect, and yeah, and then I got really obsessed with it. And I think I mentioned this somewhere in the, like somewhere I was like, yeah, out of all the clients that I've closed, maybe like 10 or 20% have been from outreach. Most of them have been from either inbound or referrals, because it's just, you know, when service is all the way at the top, you don't fucking kind of need to outreach. I mean, you always could, but realistically, when you're charging so much, it's mostly just going to be people either referring or people just buying on the spot.
Yeah.
And those are the clients that we want, and you're not going to get them when you're fucking, again, like you mentioned, like just people who can't move on from the Imagadi editing style scene. That's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
But,
Also, I forgot another win, which for me was very important to still be able to scroll reels. I'm not even trolling, like I freaking love reels, you know.
that is really cool.
I like literally, like, I die from laughter every time I scroll reels. So I was able to get to 7K like while having like 2-hour minimums of daily.
Oh my god. That is great. That is the probably best win I think I've ever had in my life.
Like, you can, like, maybe like if you get to a point where like you're moving on to like bigger business, like 100K a month, you know, you have to listen to the Charlie Morgans and stop like social media and everything. But like, if, like at the moment, like if that's really important to you, like you can just do it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fucking awesome. Yeah, that, because now you're not totally siphoning your freedom and your time freedom when you can spend 2 hours on reels. That's cool. I think a lot of people start editing for one reason, and then they, some point down the line, they forget why they did it. And the next thing you know is like you lose everything that you've ever wanted in the first place, and now you're just kind of working to work, which is not why we do this. Is not why we get into this game, and that's not what we're trying to achieve when we're going through this. We're trying to, in fact, achieve the opposite, where you can make a shit ton of money and just Doomscroll. That is jokes, bro. That is actually the funniest thing I think everyone's ever said to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because like literally, like all I heard from everybody, like, oh, social media detox and freaking do this, do that. But if you're like, if you have the urgency and if you're locked in enough, you'll be able to scroll. Like you'll be able to edit after like 2 hours of scrolling. Honestly, like even you know, people say your brain is cooked, but like if that's really important to you, you'll be able.
And let me add on to that thing that you said earlier about like the whole Charlie Morgan 100K per month thing. That's actually still false, because I still know people who scroll reels and they'll send me memes and they'll do like 180, 200K. I'm not even joking. I know this guy who makes like 7 figures and he'll send me like the most retarded, like it's kind of dangerous for his brain level retard stuff. So yeah, it's fucking absolutely true. But yeah, I think one final note is, you know, before we wrap things up, Chris, is there any final thoughts you'd want to, you know, give to the viewers?
Let me think. I mean, honestly, like if you watch this video and you know the other interviews, you shouldn't have any other questions, honestly, because if you're not convinced enough from all the other interviews and the results you've gotten, like, what are you freaking retarded or something? Because like, when I started, honestly, I wasn't 100% sure I was gonna be able to get to like this sort of high income point in my career, like 7K, and I thought I was gonna be stuck at like maybe 5K. That's what I would peak at, but I've just gotten so good that I didn't even have like I wasn't even planning on hitting 7.5K. I was just I was just getting in, like I posted the previews, just kept on getting inbounds, accepting them, and next thing you know, I'm at 7K. If you're that good, then you don't have to plan and, oh, I'm gonna do 20 outreaches this day and then the next day until, if I calculate the, how many people convert, which, you should do, but if you're freaking goated, you know, you'll be able to, get to that point, because honestly, at the moment, we're very lucky that YouTubers hire based on your skills and not your education or anything. And honestly, it's the best moment to become an editor right now. But if you're good, obviously, because if you're not good, you'll really struggle to reach any type of success. So
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
That's wise words. And what did you said something earlier about the joining joining aspect of things. People think that I pay for these kinds of videos, or that I just tell my friends to do it. Not like, all right, this is like my 13th interview or something, and I've got like another 2 booked, because like other people got results from February or something. What is it? Yeah, February. So number one, if I paid for it, that would be a lot of money, right? That's fucking very expensive.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Yeah, totally.
I do not have 15 friends. I could not fucking count that high. Right? Like, I don't know who the fuck people think I am, but hopefully this number 13 or whatever number this is would be enough for people to think like, oh, okay, maybe it is legit.
Yeah. I mean, just think about like, how much aura I would lose if I just glazed Danny for no reason. So
yeah, true. That's willfully done. That's not even like that must be real then. But yeah, and also to come on in to literally make 7K, and then your advice being like, just be fucking goated and stop being retarded.
Yeah.
And then, ironically, retard maxing your way to success.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, about like retard maxing, I agree, but also like if people say you should retard max because you just do actions without overthinking, but also if you're freaking smart, then and you do the actions, then you're even better, because you're gonna
the exact actions to
dominate.
Just
Yeah, exactly.
fully
exactly,
retard max on. You just don't have to overthink on how to do it. You just do it.
Yeah, I heard somebody like call it the Somali method. Sorry. You're probably good out the interview. Because like their IQ, I think, is like below like 80 IQ compared to like Americans. But
well, there goes all my Somalian leads, I guess.
Yeah.
That is jokes. I've never heard of that.
But
yeah, we have fun. We have fun.
Yeah.
But
and the thing about Danny, one last thing, is he, like, as you can see from this call, he doesn't take himself too seriously, where he'll judge you on everything you do, or like I see a lot of entrepreneurs trying to like build this fake persona of themselves, of being like super tough and like, oh, I work the whole day, or like seem professional or something. But Danny, he's just like a guy that knows a ton about editing, he'll teach you, so you know about a ton about editing, and then you can freaking make 10K a month. Like,
I'm
there's not
probably
much
just
to
really
it.
autistic. That could be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I on my third, Sabam was my second ever client, and I think on my second or third call with him, I accidentally said I suck so much dick without realizing what I said.
Hey, yo.
I didn't even know what I was saying, but he was just like, we can do the call. We had to leave the call because we weren't getting anything done, so we had to reschedule for a different time.
Yeah.
That's actually real, and the guy ended up getting results. Fuck knows how. Obviously, like, nothing wrong with him, just everything wrong with me, I guess. But yeah,
And
you
also, like,
live and you learn.
You're literally like so passionate about editing and YouTube, because I remember we had this call. Initially, it was supposed to be like 40 minutes or something. I just had a few questions, but then it went on for like 3 hours, and it was just you yapping about YouTube and freaking, whatever. And I think it ended when like your MacBook died or something. Like you're supposed to go on and on, but then something happened, and then the call stopped. But
That is crazy. That probably did happen. I just don't remember because I've probably done it so many times.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
That
if you
is
don't
crazy.
stop Danny from yapping, you won't stop.
I tell people, I'm always like, look, I have a tendency to do this, even on like the strategy calls. I'm like, look, I have a tendency to yap about my product, so please tell me to just stop talking if that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's editing, and no, it's pretty much just editing. That's about it. That's all I know. I know nothing else. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's convincing enough. If you want to make a change for yourself, and if you want to finally move forward, in your editing career like Chris has, and if you want to continue, to stay retard maxing also like Chris is, then make sure to book a call, because I think enough time has passed where you realize that you obviously have to go through some changes, you have to make some progress, and you need to finally drop that ego of yours and finally realize to yourself that you aren't as good at editing as you think you are, and you aren't doing as much work as you could be doing. So book a call where you and I could talk strategy and what you could do. Chris, thank you for joining me.
Most of you are probably asked, so just saying that. But
thank you, man.